It's the NFL on EA Sports.
As we see a team who left LA take on a team who came back home.
It's the Bolts and the Silver and Black on Monday night.
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Out quick to the left, it's caught. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He gets this one to Myers. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Vegas first down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They give it to him again. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Now Smith. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Smith. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 media days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that.
His first throw is an interception. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Another carry for him. Oh, he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another, hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
First and 10, Herbert. They send in the hands of Will Dissly. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He finds McConkey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing on first is Herbert. Setting up the running back screen. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 3 now. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's got it near the 8. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get it down to a single point. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Tyreek McAllister now to return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Raiders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Smith in the pistol. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10. Again, it's Smith. This is hauled in by Myers. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Back to the well again. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by Deion Henley. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They've been moving it well, but face a 3rd down here. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Pretty even match in this 1st half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Pass taken in by the rookie out of Ole Miss. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got 1st down from the 31. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Williams with a quick pass out wide. He's contained at the line for no gain. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Now Herbert to throw. He's got it near the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 28 out of that play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Rolling left behind. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 2nd quarter lead. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Handoff now out of the gun. He finds space for a few yards that time. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying the right side. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Elandon Roberts coming over for the hit. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
On 3rd down, Herbert escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A play fake, now Herbert to throw. Finds McConkey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Chargers pushing for a score before the break. Herbert on 1st down. It's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the 27. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has it down close.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk. and there was nearly room to add even more.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move, and he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Raiders going to get the football one final time in the first half. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. From the gun, Smith. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We've reached the break. The Chargers visitors, but fighting out to an early advantage. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Chargers ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. He finds McConkey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Play action now for Herbert. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll run here on first down. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels, and right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Third and goal. Here's Herbert. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football, the Legion of Boom, obviously out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone, trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Brown's kick is up and good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. They're out and set, first and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's second and 7. Oh, the Chargers bringing the pressure, and they got him! And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. Third down coming. Shotgun snap to Smith. He's on the move. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3-and-out in that situation. And really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3-and-out just devastating on that possession.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. Fielded at his own 48. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Chargers take possession. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. To throw, Herbert. Throw complete to Williams. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chargers will have a first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
It's Herbert once more. And that's incomplete. He had the touchdown, but just couldn't finish off the catch, and a potential 6 points comes off the board. That's one he knows he should have had. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Now Herbert again. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Well, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Quick slant complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
First and goal from the one. From the one. I don't mind throwing it, but that's the one thing you can't have happen. Defensively, you know they're going to bring it. And now, well, they're more than content backing this offense up with the sack.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's second and goal. Herbert now, blitz coming. Rolling out to his left. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Coming near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Herbert throwing on fourth down. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers make it a 24-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the run, and we've reached the end of the third quarter. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's Raiders football as we're just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. Smith back to throw. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And the unlikely conversion nets them a first down. Here's Smith. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. And again, it's Smith. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. From the gun, Smith. He's on the move. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders making the scoreboard look a touch better. Geno Smith with a touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all...
Touchdown. Right side, they're going to try it with the toss play here. And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And no problem for the Chargers. They cover it up. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
On 3rd down, Herbert. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Now a give on the counter. Room to the right. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Second and 6 coming up here. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The Raiders going nickel on this third down. A tight end in motion now. They'll run it here on third down. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. That gets him 8, brings up 4th and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Browns kick is up and good. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Smith. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Gotta hurry this to the line. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. No place to go, so he just threw it away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw it again. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.